I'm sure you heard this before. Be careful where you put your attention because our mind is so powerful. I am sure you heard this before because I have. And for many years, it was just a random expression that I hear from people from time to time, or books, or any maybe message or a video, until I understood exactly how it feels when you put your mind into a place of empowerment. Now, that is what the video is about. I am so excited because this is going to be a video that is going to really open your eyes, or maybe open them wider. Hello, everyone. Welcome. For the ones that don't know me, I am Lucy Salinas, the founder of the Homeless Warriors. I'll tell you a little bit what it is. It's a community that empowers and inspire you to transform your brokenness into wholeness using our mind, our body, and spirit work in synergy. Today, we'll explore the fascinating aspect of our minds and the journey to transformational healing. Our focus will be on understanding the brain, the different mindsets, and how we can shift from a victim to a victor mentality. Let me share a little bit about my background and my life before lupus, because a lot of people don't know. I was born in a beautiful tropical country in Central America. It's called Nicaragua. There's one thing, it's a communist country with an ill culture, with dysfunctional behaviors are not only acceptable, but also encouraged. I'll explain a bit more later. Now, I'm going to take you back 10 years before I was diagnosed with lupus. It was an early morning on July 19, 1988. I woke up to my mom screaming after giving the horrible news that her two sons, brother, niece, nephew, among other two family friends, got killed cold blood by the military. This strategy changed my life forever, as you can imagine. My parents separated when I was 2 years old, so I didn't have a father. And after this horrible tragedy happened, I knew that I also had lost my mother, at least of what she used to be. It took majority of my adult years to understand her, because the only thing that I understood for several years is that I was abandoned, living my childhood in different homes. All I knew was rejection, being neglected. I was severely emotionally and physically abused. And even some degrees, I can say even sexually abused. I felt worthless at the point that I tried to take my life when I was 14 years old. But God had other plans for me, and I am forever grateful for that second chance He gave me. Now, since I'm a bit of a nerd, I wanted to give you a short lesson of the brain's anatomy. I promise you understand the reason why later. Let's start with the basic of our brain. Our beautiful brain, which begins developing in our mother's womb, wiring essential functions like breathing and eating. That's what we do there. All into our DNA. This process continues through our lives. Then to the phenomenon, nose has a neuroplasticity, which is the brain's incredible ability to change and adapt through our lives, forming new connections and pathways. How do we learn? According to neuroscientist and researcher, the Dr. Joe Dispenza, also the author of many books, including one of my favorite books, We Are the Placebo. Our brain can be divided into three main parts. Number one is the thinking brain, or the neocortex, which is responsible for producing new neurons and thoughts. The second one, the emotional brain, also known as the mammalian brain, which produces chemicals and regulates our emotions. And the reptilian brain, located in the cerebellum, is our primal brain, handling our survival instincts. Now, there is a small yet powerful part of the brain called the amygdala gland. Is where one of the key components of our emotional responses happens. Regulates our fight, flight, or freeze responses when we perceive dangers. The amygdala triggers a cascade of reactions in our body, like increasing heart rate and sweaty pants when we are neighbors, prepare us for action or defense. Now let's talk about the mind. Brain, it works. That's how I call it. Think of the mind. The mind has two main components: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like the active part of the computer processing real time data when we are awake. That's the conscious mind. The subconscious mind, in the other hand, is like the internal hard drive storing memories, beliefs, and automatic responses. Imagine your mind has a computer. It comes with pre-programmed, right? With a system and files that organize all the information that we put in there. Now, I want to illustrate a scene that is so you understand a little bit more that I want to talk about later. Let me give you two scenarios so we can understand the power of the traumas that we don't deal with. Okay, so there is a networking event. It's a women's networking event. This lady walks in, she observes, she look around, and she sees that right at the entry of the building or the convention center, whatever, there is a group of women and they are having such a good time. The women look back and they're all laughing, they're having a great time. Let's call it Patricia. Patricia look at them and like she freeze. She runs to the bathroom. She starts having all of these thoughts. Oh my goodness, these women are laughing at me. Maybe it's my makeup, maybe it's my hair. I'm just gonna leave. So she left. She came home and she started telling her husband how horrible of a night that she had because she walked in and these women were laughing at her. And she just feels so bad that she wasted her night. Okay? This is Patricia. Now let's say Sandra, another person, same event. She walks in and she sees this group of women having a great time, chatty, chatty, la, la, la. She look at them and she's like, oh, this is the largest group in the event, so that's what the party's starting. All of these women are having such a good time. Let me see what they're up to. She comes to the group and she started talking and then she realized that they were having such a great time because they were joking around that first of all, they're going to end their diet and they were picking what is the dessert from that dessert table they're going to start breaking the fast or the diet. So Sandra ended up having a beautiful night. She got all contacts she wants, and she's now has a long list of new positive friends or people that she can work right with. So what happened to Patricia? Well, Patricia went back to her childhood trauma when it was a show and tell, and she came in front of her class with her teddy bear, and all of the rest of the class were just making fun of her. She came back, sat down in her chair, crying and so sad. And she didn't know what to do. And after that, she's panicking. And she feels that every time she is exposed in a large group, she is being making fun of. And she have all those insecurities that she has not dealt with. That's what happens when we don't deal with our traumas. So it is in our hands. How are we going to do that? There is ways. That's the beauty. We can arm ourselves with the tools and having mentors and having people that are being there like me, I had to say it, to show us I have to. You have no idea how many mentors, um, not only mentor coaches, I studied several years. I went to university to understand um, humans, I'll call it humans, like our brains. I needed to know behavior psychology because I need to understand not only the nerve part, but then the NLP, neuro linguistic programming. Oh my goodness. I was like, what? I can't have control of my thoughts and not having to deal with all of this anxiety and all of these thoughts that are like doesn't they don't allow me to be who I really want to be. Oh my goodness, guys. This will change your life. Emotions are fascinating because they are often triggered by our own thoughts, what we focus on. Now, let me explain you about the reticular activated system, or RAS. It's a bundle of nerves in our brain that filter information and it helps us to focus on what we believe and feel. For example, if you believe you're a good friend, you're going to be acting like one. If you say, I am so bad at math, you're more likely will be bad at math. That is the power of the words that we speak to ourselves and others. So, something super important in this video that I wanted to discuss is about the two kinds of mindsets. We had the victor mindset and we have the victim mindset. First of all, I wanted to tell you being a victim is not a choice. I didn't choose to be a victim, and by no means I want to discredit or being unsensitive because I'm actually hypersensitive, empathic. I feel people's energy, I feel people's pain. I am absolutely compassionate person. So, but this needs to be addressed because it's very important. Being a victim is not a choice, but staying a victim, it is a choice and it's our responsibility. I don't know how to even explain you all the things that I have lived in my life, but I know pain very well. Now, I want you to, I want to explain something. Sometimes we think that staying in a victim mentality give us some sort of power because we can manipulate circumstances. And it's truly not. It's actually taking the power from us to put it in an outside world, on an outside circumstances or a person. For instance, the victim mentality would be I was abandoned as a child, so I cannot trust in anybody. My husband doesn't listen to me, or my boyfriend or my partner doesn't listen to me. My coworker made me feel bad. I think I'm gaining weight. The food I eat make me fat. Nobody understands me. I am a failure because I have lupus or because I have this autoimmune disease. I will always be sick for the rest of my life. I am not capable of doing this and that because of my sickness. That's a victim mentality. On the other hand, okay, a victor mindset is different. It's empowering. It's when you take responsibility. The victor synonymous will be a hero, a leader, a king or queen. Is when you take ownership and you embrace whatever is happening, whatever circumstances is happening. You say, no, I have the power, I am in power. You understand that is in you and within you The power is within you, not outside sources. And that, because when we imagine that, when you feel that you are in control, just imagine the ownership that that brings you, right? That shape our destiny. You're not longer in control of anything and anyone but yourself. That's such an empowerment, guys. Oh my goodness. There's another one. Oh, I was I have lupus, or I'm gonna have diabetes because it runs in my family, or there's a some heart disease runs in my family, so I'm going to be obese, or that's the reason that I am gaining weight and stuff like that. But I got news for you. There is something called epigenetics. I don't know if you heard of it, because it's fascinating. Is the role, the study that actually we can change our gene expressions. Yes, we are capable of. What that means? That even if you have predisposition, because such and such runs in your family, we can change that. How? Right here. I promise you. I'm not making this up. I studied it a lot. Check it out. Epigenetics is fascinating. We have the power to change. You're not, by no means, you're not stuck with whatever you think you inherited. No, you can still transform your health, your life, your well being. I promise you. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to be handling traumas, our past traumas from childhood, or recent traumas? Because let me tell you, they have a significant impact in our lives. So often, all of those stores, traumas in our subconscious mind, they rob us. They are such a thief. When we encounter triggers, they come and rob us our peace, our health. And remember the amygdala gland that responds to all our emotions? Yeah. And we may experience a flight, or freeze, either one of these reactions. But the key is to learn how to heal those traumas, right? Not to dwell on this painful experience or thoughts that we had. Because guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Hmm? They're going to get us sick. We need to clear them to become a vessel of light. Take all of this muddy stuff that the light cannot come through us. You know, this allows us to return to a balanced state of being, homeostasis. Oh, I love it. Is where we can think clear, we can start healing. The calmness and the beauty of being in control comes to us. Yeah. And what else do you think is a key? Forgiveness. Oh my goodness, you had no idea. Forgiveness has changed my life. I had to forgive the people that killed my brothers. I had to forgive my mother. I had to forgive my brothers. So many people. I had to let go all of those past hurts, all of that pain. And only when I really release and forgive them and forgive myself is when all of those emotional baggage that were holding me back, I could breathe. I could start healing because our bodies are often communicating with us. It's telling us something, and it's telling us through pain and through illness and discomfort. Believe me when I tell you, it's they indicating us something. They're like, hey, lupus, talk to me, please. Talk to me. Heart disease, hey, I need to talk to you. Are we putting attention? The attention that it needs to be listened? Those are signals. And it will help us to understand what is happening in our subconscious mind and to address this to this is and achieve true healing. You have no idea how excited this topic is for me because I understand the power of choice. Yeah, it's taking ownership, as I said, taking ownership of your life. And believe me when I tell you, it was the first step to health, is the first step towards transformation. And when we shift that, yeah, when we shift from a victim mentality, no, I'm lacking, no, I can't do it, no, this person did this, to a victor mindset. I am in control. We can embrace the power of choice. This shift allows us to really change our minds, our perspective, right? And guess what? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Oh my goodness. Our destiny will be completely different. Yeah, God is great. You gotta just let Him help you. He's right there knocking. Hey, hey, are we ready? Right? So I want to conclude and leave you with a powerful thoughts. Mind change is for the brave. Oh, yes. So if you're ready to make the change, to explore, give it a try at least and see, like, what is this woman talking about? Is she really for real? Does she really think that embracing my, empowering my thoughts and transforming the way I think, it can help me? Hey, maybe it's the beginning for you. The beginning that the first, like taking that first step and to acknowledge where you are, right? Acknowledge where you are and decide where you want to be. It is up to you. I want you to invite you to book a call with me. Let's talk about it. What is it you think that you need to change? What do you need to switch from this mindset to this one? Let's see. I'm super excited that you joined me today. I love encouraging people. And by the way, in my program that I have, that I made it, that I built it with all my heart and soul for women that are dealing with lupus, this is all about mindset. It's my second module. I'm going to embrace you, holding your hand strongly, so you can embark on the journey of healing and transformation. I'm so excited about helping you, and I know that we can do this together. So please don't doubt of yourself anymore and the power that you can change. There is so many tools that I have to give you so you can start with your transformation. Very practical, but very powerful. Okay, so with all my love, I'll be more than happy, I'll be honored to be part of this amazing experience in your life. So if you have any question, let's chat. I would love to. In the meantime, God bless you and go in peace.